minions will start to plant mushrooms around them until they're ready to farm, but whenever they're ready to farm, that's when you pick them up and move them along, until the entire sheet of the console is covered with mushrooms. Once I caught wind of this, I went straight to my island to build a mushroom farm of my own. Cooper stepped back in to give me his mushroom minions that he used for his farm, and I was on my way to another gold medal. There was one last thing I needed to do before building my farm, and that was to take out my trusty pumpkin minions. Let's all have a moment of silence for them. This farm was really nice to build. It was very hands-on. All I had to do was move the minions every 20 minutes while I built another farm. And I did that for a while, until the potato contest came up. You remember earlier how I said I've never farmed anything besides pumpkins and sugarcane and skyblock until now? Well, that's important, because right before the potato contest, I had to unlock the enchanted potato collection because I was like Potato 2. But luckily I was able to start farming right on time. And it's great that I started right on time, because if I didn't, I surely would have lost, because potatoes are by far one of the most competitive crops. I spent the entire contest at 400% speed, the crop yield of Farming 52, and level 100 Elephant Pet, and I still spent over 90% of the contest in Silver Division. I thought I wasn't going to make it. I mean, it would have helped if I had one of those fancy hoes that's made for farming potatoes, but I didn't think that many people had them. But I ended up victorious in the end by a hair, and I was so grateful I never had to do it again. Well, kinda. What does that imply, Zai? Well, the carrot contest came right after, and it was a carbon copy of the potato contest. I was carrot level 1 and had to unlock the enchanted recipe before the contest. I spent the entirety of the contest in the silver division and won by a hair in the gold division. But those were the hardest ones out of the way, so I took my gold and ran. Immediately after that, I needed to get straight to work my cocoa farm. The cocoa event was starting in less than an hour, and there wouldn't be another one for 4 more. Plus, it was already getting pretty late, so I had to crank out as much of the build as I could. I spent my time building as efficiently as possible, and even then I was only able to make a 3-layer farm, which wasn't even full. Cooper let me borrow his cocoa axe to help out, which is another one of those tools designed for specific crops. And then the contest started. Using Cooper's axe and the perfect speed, I started off strong in the gold division. But hope was soon lost when I reached the end a little too early due to its unfinished size. And this wouldn't have been that much of a letdown if the beans actually replanted. There was a flaw in the game I wasn't familiar with whenever farming cocoa beans. So the cocoa axe has an ability by default that replants the cocoa beans when you break them. And this thing called the super compactor enchants those cocoa beans. This matters because the replenishability on the cocoa axe needs regular beans in your inventory to actually plant them back. But sometimes the super compactor will enchant the cocoa beans you need so it won't replenish. Long story short, nearly a third of all the cocoa beans were broken. At this point I was just over it and started working on the netherwort farm. I didn't plan for very long since you can't put netherworts in a basket of seeds. So yeah, I wasn't really feeling the mood to place thousands of warts that night and saved it for tomorrow. Farming 60 costs 3 medals, so I farmed some more to get more gold medals and Jacob tickets, which are also included in buying farming caps. Although not every gold medal is going towards farming caps. I spent one of my gold medals on a blueprint, which I then turned into a Newton's netherwort hoe. The Newton's hoe is the tool you use to get a better netherwort collection in the contest. I made this tool in particular because of the amount of complaints I saw from other players about how sweaty the netherwort contests were. Crafting the hoe also costed a lot of Jacob tickets, which are really nice. I finally had gold medals in every crop, so that was the hard part out of the way. I still needed to earn regular gold medals and buy a ton of Jacob tickets, because not all 59 were now in the endgame. It was just a cycle of farming cane and contests, farming cane and contests. The contests gave Jacob tickets too, so that helped. Then Cooper suggested that I sold all of my turbo books. It never even crossed my mind that all of the extra prizes I've been earning from the contest could be sold to the auction for so much money. So I started bidding them up, and people started buying them up, including Cooper. Oh, Cooper, what would we do without you? The last contest finally came. Right as we were on the brink of farming 60, I participated. And on. Farming 60, baby, it only took like 21 hours straight. I'm like the 5th or 6th person, I don't know. Let me go flex. Hey. Let's go. It's done. Holy crap, that sucked. I loved it, but oh my god. God, did it suck. Hey guys, welcome back to another video of No Life Was I. I would say that I did some off-camera grinding, but I can assure you that's not the case. In Skyblock, there are a total of 12 skills you can max out. 3 of them, carpentry, runecrafting, and social XP, are all useless, so we're just going to pretend those don't exist. Another one, dungeoneering, is an actually useful skill, but it doesn't count towards my skill average, so I'm not super worried about it yet. So, out of the 8 skills that count towards your skill average, I chose to max out debatably the most useless one. I chose to mine because of the mayor that was in office at the time. Every 5-ish days, there's a new mayor elected in Skyblock, each giving their own unique perks. And the one that was elected at this point in time just happened to favor mining. In fact, it favored you can mine for a crazy amount of XP. I'll be focusing on the endstone though, because I want that crazy XP. But in advance to the mining event, I bought myself a mineral armor set. This set is also a necessity whenever it comes to mining 50 because it prevents mining from being so agonizingly slow. Basically how it works is for each armor piece you put on, you break an extra 2 blocks, and once you get the full set, you're able to break a 3x3 area just like that, giving you a nuking sort of advantage. It's like they added cheating to Hypixel, it's amazing! But if you see someone mining like this, they actually are cheating. Shortly after, I was luckily able to borrow someone's maxed out Stomp pickaxe. He had refined the pickaxe, which is a reforged that gives 5 times more mining XP. The pickaxe was also recombobulated, which cost a few million coins to do for like a tiny increase. Why was it recombobulated? I don't know, but I'm not complaining. And finally, it had the compact enchantment, which gives you 1 extra mining XP every time you level it up, and it has a max level of 10. So I already had the best XP boost on Public Islands, the best armor set, the best pickaxe, but there was one thing left. Real quick though, after I uploaded the Farming 60 video, we went from 60